I think my LD probably caused me to have trouble with my friends in the beginning in elementary school, mostly because I couldn't read, and popcorn reading is very popular in the elementary school. So I was shy. I didn't really want to talk to people because, I couldn't really read at all.
I think a lot of people sort of don't really know what it is and are sort of confused if it's an intellectual disability. Also, I was taken out of classes often and put in smaller classroom where there wasn't a lot of people. And so sort of making friends with only a small group of people wasn't very, it was sort of restricting. And so that was a struggle, trying to make friends in a classroom where I didn't have a lot of people with.
I don't believe my LD made it a problem for me making friends. I'm always a good people person. I like meeting new people, so my LD never made it hard to communicate with people. So I was always had new friends every time I was around people.
Kids at school in elementary school during popcorn reading would make fun of me as like, hey, what's wrong with you? Are you stupid? You can't read. That was probably one of the hardest times.
A lot of people sort of were standoffish and didn't want to offend me and didn't know how to respond to it. Some kids made fun of me because they thought it was an intellectual thing and called me stupid. But there were also a lot of other kids who are very loving and understanding, and you just have to find that balance, what kind of people you want to associate yourself with and what kind of people are going to lift you up.
Other people in school responded to my LD. I don't know if they exactly know, but sometimes, depending on what class I am, I have in-class support. So if the lady, yes, it's always been a lady. If the lady came into the classroom, they know that she was with me or someone else in the room, and it was never a problem. It's just because if they needed help, they'd ask her for help too. So it was just never a real problem.
One of the things I did to overcome the trouble that I had in school is make my LD a good thing towards how the kids view it. I get to go out of the classroom and take my test outside the classroom by myself where it's completely quiet. And when kids see me go out, they're like, "Where are you going?" And I'm going to take my test. I have dyslexia. I get to go take it outside where it's quiet. And the kids are like, "Oh, I wish I had dyslexia."
I definitely realized that, it's okay if people are going to make fun of you for anything. It's not just people with LD, I found friends that, didn't care that I couldn't spell or read the best in class, but liked me for me. And I definitely am happy that I had that filter of LD to sort of figure out which friends were the ones that were going to stick with me for the rest of my life, rather than the ones that sort of just, you're not really going to have associate with later.
I don't exactly tell all of my friends, but a few of my friends do know. Like my best friends, they know, but it's not really a problem.
Be open about it. Tell them that, dyslexia, it affects me while I read. It's no big deal. And I'm sure the kids they'd be open to it. That's what I'm trying to say.
My advice to other children with LD would be not try to be the popular kid in school, but be happy and comfortable with who you are. Don't try to change yourself to make friends, but just find friends that relate to you well and you have other things and interests with, and that will love you and encourage you for who you are.
Get in some sort of group or some sort of organization or something with your church or whatever you like to do. Find other people in that group and see if they're comfortable. If you're comfortable first with letting them know first, and then see if they're cool with it, then they're cool with it. If they're not, there's always a whole bunch of people in the world to make friends with.